Start, Madhu.
Hare Krishna. With all your permission, I will start today's discussion with Jai Jai Jagannath by taking the blessings of Sri Jagannath. Jai Jai Jagannath Sachirananda Tribhuvane Koreja Charanavanda. Jai Jai Jagannath Sachirananda Tribhuvane Koreja Charanavanda. Neelachale Shanka Chakra Gada Padmada. Neelachale Shanka Chakra Gada Padmada. Nadiya Nagare Dandaka Mandaluka. Nadiya Nagare Dandaka Mandaluka. Jai Jai Jagannath Sachirananda Tribhuvane Koreja Charanavanda. Keho bole purabe Ravan vadila. Keho bole purabe Ravan vadila. Goloker Vaibhav Lila Prakash Korila. Golokera Vaibhav Lila Prakash Korila. Shri Radha Bhave Begora Avatar. Shri Radha Bhave Begora Avatar. Hare Krishna Nama Gaura Korila Prachar. Hare Krishna Nama Gaura Korila Prachar. Jai Jai Jagannath Sachirananda Tribhuvane Koreja Charanavanda. Vasudeva Ghosha Bole Kori Judaha. Vasudeva Ghosha Bole Kori Judaha. Jai God say Krishna, say Jagannath. Jai God say Krishna, say Jagannath. Jai Jai Jagannath Sachiranandan Tribhuvane Koreja Charanavandan. Hare Krishna. Actually, to attempt to speak about Madhya Lila, we need so much mercy. That too, especially if we are talking about the ecstatic manifestations of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Actually, this is not an easy task. Pure devotees only can able to speak, but still for my purification, I want to glorify this section. I want to take the association of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. I offer my humble obeisances to every one of the assembled Vaishnavas here. Please bless me so that I could be able to glorify Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Pancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta koti Vaishnava Bhakti Vrinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namavom Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namini Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarini Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Actually, before glorifying Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita, the Mangalacharan also, the prayers also, it should be very elaborated. We have to take the mercy from all the Guru Parampara. As Srila Krishnadasa Kaviraj Goswami, we see throughout the Chaitanya Charitamrita how he offers prayers in the mode of very humbleness we need to take. But I thought it will take all the Acharyas pranama mantras and Sambandha Videya Prayojana mantras. It will take so long time. That's why I did the Mangalacharana before the class, and in the class I made it shortcut. So today we are going to discuss from Madhya Lila, chapter 2, text 42. Before going to class, we will see the arrangement or synopsis of this chapter once again. The chapter Madhya Lila, chapter 2, the ecstatic manifestation of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I feel even to pronunciate this name of the chapter also, I don't have any qualification. That chapter name itself very so much weightage. This chapter is having 95 shlokas. So in that 95 shlokas, 1 to 14 is the first section. It is overall describing about Chaitanya, Lord Mahaprabhu's ecstatic symptoms of separation. We have already covered this one. Then now the second section is going on. The second section is 15 to 76. Lord Chaitanya's feeling of separation in the mood of Radharani. From past many weeks, we are discussing this chapter. In that again, 18 to 27, the first verse, Mahaprabhu is describing, we all know, the Jagannath Nataka, Jagannath Vallabha Nataka shlokas Mahaprabhu was explaining. So 18 to 27 shlokas are describing the first verse, pain of separation. Then 28 to 34, the second verse, perfection of senses. Then 36 to 41, the third verse is describing about desire to see Krishna, which has covered last week. Now today we are going to discuss from fourth verse. I don't know how many shlokas I could able to cover. I think today in my mind I have prepared only 42, 43 and 44. That's all. Let's see how many we can able to discuss. Then next 45 to 57, the fifth verse we will discuss. Then up to 76 shlokas, this theme will continue. Then afterwards, 77 to 95, Srila Krishnadasa Kaviraj Goswami glorifies Mahaprabhu and explains the position of Chaitanya Charitamrita. Actually, Srila Krishnadasa Kaviraj Goswami, every chapter ends, he glorifies. Chapter begins with the prayers and chapter ends with the glorification. This we can see throughout the Charitamrita. So we will go to text 42. Text 42 is a little bit difficult one. So we will go to the Sanskrit verse, Sanskrit pronunciation. Kaitavarahita prema nahi bhavanti manushe loke yadi bhavati kasya viraho virahe sati api ko jivati. Actually, this was given in Prakrita language, so that's why Srila Prabhupada, for our convenience, he gave down Sanskrit also. This is pronunciation actually is a little bit different. Kaiya varahiyam pemam nahi hoyi manusya loyi jai hoyi kasavira he hontami koi jai. So this is difficult. So Prabhupada in the purport mercifully he gave for our understanding. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Love of Godhead, devoid of cheating propensities, is not possible within this material world. If there is such a love, there cannot be separation. For if there is separation, how can one live? Last class, I think, hope all of you had joined last week, or all of you had seen the last class recording. Last class was ended with a very wonderful introspection question by Ramananda Kannai Prabhu. Prabhu has asked the question. Actually, last week itself, I wanted to add my understanding, but I thought it will take some more time, so I couldn't able to add last week. So from the last week, the question was bammering in my mind. The question was, why we are not feeling separation? Why we are not progressing, even though we are there in Krishna consciousness for many, many years? This is actually very important question. Very difficult also to practice. Actually, each one of sadhakas, we need to introspect frequently, regularly. Somebody may do this introspection every day. Somebody may do this introspection every week. Somebody may every once in a Ekadashi, or some may in 1 month, or some like me, never, or no, they don't do. So to understand this chapter, actually, we have to understand first what is the feeling of separation. Before that, how we will understand that content. The content itself is very, very high and very, very deeper. So how we will go that one? So before that, if we introspect ourselves, why we are not progressing? Why the feeling of separation we are not feeling? Then all the sadhakas need to understand first how much there is a checklist for all the sadhakas. How frequently we are sitting with our Siksha Gurus or mentors, how frequently we are discussing the progress of our chanting, how much, how clearly actually we are doing the chanting, how intensely we are doing. Are we hearing the Mahamantra words, each and every word distinctly, clearly? Whether are we are doing this one? How much quality japa we are doing? Are we feeling any separation from the Supreme Lord? Supreme Lord, maybe whom you are attached more, whether it is Jagannath or whether it is Gauranitai or whether it is Shyam Sundar, whoever. At least how much we are attached to our deities, usually whom we are worshipping daily, mostly for our devotees, practicing devotees, they should be our life and soul. So how much you are attached to your worshipable, loving deities, how much we are attached, and what type of austerities we are doing. Only our sadhana is going on in our comfort level, or how much we could able to stretch for doing our sadhana. So there are so many checklist questionnaire are there. How is our preaching? These are all the introspective questions for each and every sadhaka. Are we doing? Before we understanding why we are not feeling separation or why we are not progressing, first, before that, we need to do all this analysis. Our Siksha Gurus, our mentors, they are the foundation pillars in our sadhana or in our Krishna conscious life. How many of us are discussing our future plans or our present status with our Siksha Gurus? First of all, I want to know how many of us are, we say by namesake, this is our Siksha Guru, this is our Siksha Guru, this is our Siksha Guru, we say. But how many are following sincerely? Sincerely in the sense, whether are we willing to take their instructions, or we are following their instructions? Generally what we do, he is also my Siksha Guru, she is also my Siksha Guru, one of the Siksha Guru, but whom you are following regularly? You need to follow somebody, na? You have to inform your progress, your sadhana. In fact, each and every day, we have to inform our sadhana. Before Yuga Sandal, if you see, the persons, the people, the devotees who wanted to progress, they will wear the saffron, they will go to the jungle forest, then they do the tapasya. What kind of tapasya? They will instructed and monitored by their Siksha Guru or mentor each and every day, starting with Yama Niyama, what to do, what not to do, how to control the senses. From the beginning, their tapasya will start. And each and everything, each part of their tapasya or each part of their sadhana will be monitored by Siksha Guru, their Siksha Guru. Oh, you have crossed, you have reached the Yama level nicely. You have crossed that one. Then go for the next level. For us who are telling all these things, if you are not discussing with your mentor or with your Siksha Guru, how they will know what level you have reached, and how we will understand, at least we are in the direction of progressing, how we will understand. So to analyze all these checklists are very, very important. Who wants to progress sincerely? First thing we see, how much we are able to chant the mantra sincerely. Did any of us checked am I doing the Maha Mantra or hearing the mantra very distinctly? Whatever the time may be. Maybe any of one can able to think like that, Mataji, what Mataji? Morning chapa is very difficult, Mataji. How we will get up? I'm having that shift or this shift, or I'm having work. So many. But at least whenever you are doing japa, are you able to do your 16 rounds clearly? Clearly, are you hearing? This is the first fundamental question. Okay. I have checked, Mataji. So many times I have checked. There is a japa diary by writing japa diary by many senior devotees. I have seen them. Some devotees, they write, no need to write paragraphs or pages. At least today's japa, what did I felt? Whether I felt blissful, whether I completed in hurry, or what I felt. Anytime did I felt separation from the Lord? Anytime I close my eyes, my life and soul, who is my loving deity, my Jagannath, came, appeared in front of my eyes. When I closed my eyes, I could able to remember my Jagannath or whatever. Did we introspect any time like this? Many Maharajas, by devotees' mercy and by Guru Maharaj mercy, many senior devotees who comes to Salala, we are having the opportunity to host them. We are very much fortunate to have their association. So I have seen many Maharajas, many devotees. I have heard from my Siksha Guru. In fact, our Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Srila Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, every day before going to sleep, he expresses his gratitude not only to all the devotees, for each and every living entity. This also I have heard. Did we are practicing all this? So if we introspect in this way, we get able to progress for sure. This is the guarantee by our Vaishnava Acharyas. There is no question. When the question comes why we are not progressing or why we are not feeling separation from the Lord, immediately for everybody the checklist should come. Immediately everybody has to go to their mentor. Suppose if the answer is no, they have to sit with or they have to talk to their Siksha Gurus or mentors. Prabhu, I am doing chanting these many years. Why I am not feeling any blissfulness? Or why always I am in hurry to finish my rounds? I couldn't able to hear my rounds, my japa, what I should do. Why Prabhu? Why Prabhu? Even though I am chanting properly, I am not feeling any suppression. Every one of us should ask this question to our Siksha Guru. There will be many Siksha Gurus, but we need to keep one or two devotees or few devotees for our regular communication or regular purpose, because many devotees are very, very busy. So how if you want to sit with or if you want to discuss with them regularly, how they will be available? They could able to give time. Those busy devotees, you can discuss when you will meet them, maybe yearly once or twice. Or my Siksha Guru they are very busy. So you need to keep one senior devotee whom you are having very strong faith, or you feel these instructions are very highly inspiring to me. So with that devotee, everyone, every sadhaka, to be in contact very frequently and discuss their sadhana level. Then only we could able to start our journey in the path of progress. Otherwise, there is no chances. I have seen in my life many senior devotees who got stagnated. I have seen. Once I went visited Vrindavan with devotees. There, one devotee I have asked, our Telugu devotee, I asked, Prabhu, you have been into Krishna consciousness many years. So what is your realizations? Then he said, what is there, Mataji? We have initiated. After some years, we got Brahman initiated. Then what else? Nothing. We are not going to be sannyasi. We are grahasthas. So simply just life is going on. There is no excitement at all. But you see, devotees in the new level, new neophyte who has taken Diksha newly, you see how much they are excited. That excitement is not there. I was so much felt sad. Ayo, what this Prabhu? That Prabhu, that time means before 15 years back, I am telling this one. That time, from last more than 20 years, he was into Krishna consciousness and he was into chanting. Then I felt, then what about me? This particular devotee is telling like this. Then what about me? That was very horrifying to me, that statement actually. Oh, if there is nothing, then why I am into Krishna consciousness? Why I am doing all these services or sadhana like that. Then immediately I asked my Siksha Guru, Prabhu, I heard like this, Prabhu, please enlighten me. Please, what I should do. Is this true? Like that. If you discuss each and everything with your mentor or Siksha Guru, then only they could able to give remedy to you, na? Because each and everybody, the problems are different. The situations are different. Then how they will guide you? It is not the philosophy, what we are hearing from the classes, that is philosophy, that is theoretical. For everybody, same solutions or same techniques won't work. Everybody is having different problems or different situations. So if we discuss, then our mentors will direct us. They will instruct or they will educate us. Prabhu, Mataji, if you do like this, then there is a chance for you to progress. If you do like this, then there is a chance. Many devotees, they talks about by associating more and more, we will progress. I am attending every day one class, or I'm associating with the devotees more than once in a day, but still I am not feeling progress. Why? What is the association? What is the meaning of association? This question actually I was carrying from long years. I don't know. I was also thinking, because in Salala, every day there is a class. I was asking my Siksha Guru, Chaitanya Prabhuji, why, even though we are associating weekly, all the days, and weekends maybe twice or thrice, we are having the classes, that Bhakti Vriksha, this Bhakti Vriksha, study class, Bhagavatam class, temple class. There are so many classes. But I was not feeling any difference. Then this question was there in my heart from so much time. Whoever the devotee comes and staying in our house, I used to ask this question, Prabhu, what is association? Maharaj, what is the association meaning? After some time, continuously after asking, I could get the answer. Actually, those many years, past years, I was under illusion about the meaning of association. I was thinking association means just gathering, like what we do material, but association means just we are gathering with the devotees. That's all. This was my conception in the beginning. Then I could understand what is association. Association means Shravanam, Smaranam, Nididhyasa. These three together, this is the full package. Just we are counting one aspect and we are thinking, I am associating more. I am so much associating. I am hearing the lectures online. So many. In fact, full day I am hearing. But still, I couldn't able to progress. We will think generally. But that is not Shravanam from the Mahatmas or the pure devotees, or for us, Mataji, Mahatmas, where we get Mataji? I don't know, Mataji, where Mahatmas and all, pure devotees and all. I couldn't see one devotee also, Mataji. What is that? Kanishta, Madhyama, Uttama. I couldn't find one Uttama devotee, Mataji. Somebody may tell this one. Okay. Whoever the senior devotees, whoever the Madhyama devotees, at least you could able to find, na? Don't say like that. I couldn't find one Madhyama devotee also. There are many are there. So you associate with them. Then especially when you associate with your mentors or Siksha Guru, you just after the lecture, you try to remember what they told. In that instructions, we are seeing even in our forum also, each and every class, there are so many take-home messages are there in each class. So how many of us are remembering? So today we will see. this class or last week class, how many remembered afterwards? Maybe some people, very sincere devotees, will be there. They will revise the class or recording. They will see. Some maybe follow the notes also. Some may be there. But majority of our devotees, they are doing or not, we should revise or we should assess ourselves. Then we should smarana, we should remember what the take-home messages, how I can able to apply in my life. That is contemplation. That is nididhyasa. Then you should discuss with your mentor or Siksha Guru. Prabhu, I am having this interest. See, one devotee having interest in cooking, and if according to the general philosophy, if you force, if you give instruction, you preach, he can't able to continue or he can't able to do the service lovingly. So the Siksha Guru or mentor will give you the instructions according to your taste and choice. Okay, Mataji, I have noticed you are having the interest or you are having caliber in preaching. So you should focus on preaching. While you are preaching, you are having the caliber, but they are having so many flaws. You have to modify all these ones. Then Siksha Guru will come with the solutions for you. Then the path of the progress is guaranteed. One day, if you maintain japa diary for some months, at least like 3 months or 6 months, if you maintain japa diary, then we will see why the separation will not feel. Then at least we could able to understand what is the feeling of separation. Now we are not feeling, na? You see in the material feeling at least. The loved one, very, very much loved one, whether it is your friend, whether it is your one of the parent, whether it is your spouse, if they leave you and go, how you will feel? You should, once the feel comes, you feel separation. Once my father left, then I could able to feel, understand little bit what is the feel of separation. You can't able to see them. You can't able to associate with them. So this is the material feeling. So think about how the feeling of separation from the Supreme Lord. Then we can able to understand little. The Supreme Lord we see in the scriptures, Laghu Bhagavatamritam and Bruhat Bhagavatamritam. Lord is telling, when Gopakumara reaches the Vaikunta, Lord is telling, my dear Gopakumara, I was waiting for you many millions of kalpas. This is the statement by the Supreme Lord. So you see how much Lord is waiting for us. Did we realize anytime this feeling? Anytime we realized? No. Once we realize this one, then automatically all the process will start. All the process of progress I am talking about here, the process means process of the element of the progress. We can see, we can witness also. Just no need to do anything else. Just maintain a japa diary, daily write your japa experiences and revive that diary monthly once or 15 days once. Then you see after 3 months or after 6 months how you will be. Usually the feelings, the spiritual feelings we experience sometimes, mostly when we are in the pilgrimage, especially in Jagannath Puri or Mayapur or Vrindavan. Those pilgrimages will help us. Or when we associate with the highly elevated devotees, we experience. So We have to create those atmosphere within our family. Mahaprabhu is telling, Yugaitam nimishena chakshusha pravrushayitam. Sunyaitam jagat sarvam govinda virahename. One moment is like 12 years. That is the paribhasha, meaning of the definition of separation. How we will understand? The conditional living entities like us with having 4 defects, how we can able to understand the paribhasha of separation? Or prema, how we will understand? Bhava also we couldn't able to understand. Asakti we don't have towards the holy name, towards our worshipable Lord, towards our co-devotees. How we will get or understand the definition of separation or this one? That's why I mentioned this chapter, pronunciating this chapter name itself is very heavy, very deeper. We can't understand. But still, many devotees we see, Mataji, Prabhu, even I am not eligible. But still, we have to take up this service of preaching. We have to take up this glorification for our purification. It will purify us. When we do surrender, when we surrender to Krishna, 18.66, what Krishna is telling? I will deliver you from the sinful reactions. Krishna is giving this assurance, right? This is the famous shloka, Sarvadharman Parityaja, everybody of us knows. But you analysis with the shloka with the 18.68. What Krishna is telling in that? If you preach my glories, then pure devotional service is guaranteed. In shloka number 66, Lord mentioned pure devotion. You take surrender. I will give you the pure devotional service. Lord mentioned? No. 66, Lord mentioned only, I will deliver you from the sinful reactions. But 68, if you take up the challenge of preaching, then not only pure devotional service is guaranteed, and after your life, you will able to come back to me. This is the assurance of Krishna. So only for this purpose, we need to take up the preaching service very intensely and very seriously. Then I thought, I'm not eligible. Then what I should do? You should become eligible. Simply speaking, that is not the level of preaching. We need to study. We need to chant. We have to understand the topic very deeply, very scrutinizingly. Then we can come to the level of preaching. Many devotees say, Mataji, shlokas I can't do, Mataji. I can't understand the concept. How many times I read, Mataji? Also, I can't understand, Mataji. Okay, if you don't understand, read some many times. That's why doing the devotional service in comfort zone, doing the devotional service in stretching zone, that is very important. If you are doing all your sadhana, all your Krishna consciousness in your comfort zone, then we are having no qualification to talk about the matter of progress. You have to understand each and everything systematically. Then only we could able to follow the level of progress. I'm sorry I took so much time. Actually, this full session is designed for, I felt this one only. That's why I couldn't able to speak last week. So you understand what Mahaprabhu is speaking. Mahaprabhu speaking of separation. The Supreme Lord is coming to this material world, what is the need of Supreme Lord to come into this material world? Chintamani Prakara Sadmasu, that Lord kingdom is made of all Chintamani, and Anantakoti Lakshmiya is serving him. Then why he should come? For our offering some kind of sweets, one for our broken japa, he should come. Still, that is the mercy of the Supreme Lord. Karuna Sindhu, not the portions. Karuna in the matter of, in the ocean. Ocean means immeasurable. That much Karuna is Supreme Lord is having. That Supreme Lord is coming into material world. Before and all, you might understand there is no description about Prema Bhakti. There is no description. Once you will get purified by your austerities, by your sadhana, then Lord will reveal in your heart. That is the formula actually. But you see the mercy of Mahaprabhu, he came material in the material world, means how much sacrifice that one for the sake of us. Then he has exhibited all the symptoms, all the characteristics of the Prema Bhakti for our sake and for our understanding, for our attraction, so that we could able to attract for Mahaprabhu, attract for the pure devotional service. For that purpose, actually, Mahaprabhu came. So that Mahaprabhu is speaking about the feeling of separation. The 42 and 43 shlokas, it's talk about the prema, the pure Krishna prema in this world. But we all know in this material world, pure Krishna prema is available. No, whatever is there also, it is like Jambu Nada Hema. This itself is impossible. Mahaprabhu is continuing. Akaitava Krishna prema yana Jambu Nada Hema Seyi prema nruloki nahaya. Yadi haya tara yoga nahaya tape viyoga haileke hanajiyaya. Pure love. How is the pure love of Krishna? Pure love for Krishna is just like gold from the Jambu river. Does not exist in human society. If it existed, there could not be separation. If separation were there, one could not live. Just to understand this translation, I took so many hours. What is there? Just English letters only, na? Why we couldn't understand? But see the weightage of the letters. Pure love for Krishna, just like gold from the Jambu river. Fine. Does not exist in the human society. Fine. If it existed, there could not be separation. What does it mean? If separation were there, one could not live. What is the speciality of Jambu river? The gold from the Jambu river. Jambu Nada Hema. What is the speciality of that one? In the higher planetary system, if you see, there are so many types of rivers are there, like sugarcane juice or even gold, like that. So many juices, rivers is also there. So this Jambu river, in the shore of the Jambu river, with the arrangement of the Supreme Lord, with that planet arrangement, by the chemical process, the just air passing through, we will find the bank shores, the river shores, we find that gold. That is happens in the higher planetary systems, not in the our planet. So that's why Mahaprabhu mentioned does not exist in the human society. So pure love for Krishna, even though it is not available, at least everybody should try very hardly to get the abhas, shadow, nama abhasa. That level we should come. Then everybody will hanker for the pure love. There is no doubt in that one. Suppose if you are, if that same feeling of separation, if we exist here, then why we will live here? We will hanker to go to the spiritual world. That is the understanding of the shloka. That much weight is each and every shloka translation is having, especially in Chaitanya Charitamrita, so much bhava, so much inner meaning. Before, once in the beginning, this forum has started, Kanai Prabhuji has asked me to join the Chaitanya Charitamrita classes regularly. Then I told, no, Prabhuji, I am not eligible. Then if you say and if you escape like that, anytime you couldn't able to understand a little bit also Chaitanya Charitamrita. Then somehow I have joined, and in the mercy of Corona, yes, mercy of the Corona, there were so many courses. Nashik, ISKCON Nashik, they have arranged Chaitanya Charitamrita different courses with purport, without purport. Then in our reading group, I can say that reading group is the greatest asset in my Krishna conscious life. We, Matajis, we read morning every day, 1 hour, 10:30 to 11:30, we read Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, whether it is some Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita. 2 times already we finished complete Bhagavatam. Chaitanya Charitamrita also we finished. That time I was thinking how I can understand, when I will understand. Once I read and kept, then I read with all the Chaitanya Charitamrita with the purports. Then I felt, ayo, how much nectar in this Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is so wonderful. Okay. Then after that, I was hearing from many devotees in this forum, or some days from some courses, sometimes summary courses, or sometimes detailed this one. Then I understand how much important the reading the scriptures. Srimad Bhagavatam, even though after finishing many times, in the reading group I finished, I personally finished, I finished with my friends, but still I couldn't understand. But I can say, by the mercy of the devotees, this time in Bhakti Vaibhava course, I started relishing Bhagavatam. So don't think immediately Shastras will reveal themselves to you. No, you have this, you should have that sincere desire to understand. Atha Shri Krishna Namadi na bhavet grahyam indriye sevon mukhe hijjihvada swayam yena spuratyatha. These are all confidential things. You can't understand yourself. This will be revealed, whether by the Supreme Lord in the heart or whether by the devotees. That's why take the Devotees Association very high privilege, very sincerely. Don't discuss other things with when you meet devotees. Don't discuss. Discuss how you are feeling in your sadhana, what difficulties you are facing, what are the solutions for that. You discuss in the Devotees Association. That if you start doing all this, definitely, for sure, without any doubt, you will come to the platform of higher platform. Definitely. This is what my understanding. I would like to stop here. I'm very sorry, only 2 slokas I could able to complete, but I thought this is very, especially for me, this is very great, this introspection session we need in between. That's why I could able to dare. Actually, I couldn't able to dare to attempt one shloka also. But I thought, okay, 2 shlokas. This is one section. This is the 4th shloka of the Jagannatha Vallabha Nataka. From next shloka onwards, the next speaker can able to continue. That's why I thought at least 2 shlokas we could able to discuss. I know many of you having many doubts now. many of you are ready to discuss. But for that also, I don't have any eligibility. I can share my understanding, or else our Prabhuji is there. He will clarify.
I have one doubt.
I was waiting, Prabhuji. I know you will have doubt. Please tell Prabhu. I will try.
The question is, you said, rather, just now we saw from the translation, there is no actual separation when there is a pure love. This is what we understood. But how to understand this from the context of what Lord Chitma Prabhu has said, that a moment of separation is like one yuga. So Lord Chaitanya Prabhu is carrying that pure love of Godhead, and he is feeling separation, and that always we hear from senior devotees that while chanting we must actually feel separation. So how to understand these contradictory statements, that you said there is no separation when there is a pure love?
I doesn't. Srila Krishnadas,
I heard from you. So how to understand these 2 contradictory statements? When there is separation, you said, or we heard that there is no pure love. Or when there is a pure love, there has to be separation. So these 2 are, how to understand this appears to be contradictory, but what is the real meaning behind it?
Prabhuji, even though I'm not eligible to answer this question, I would like to share my understanding, Prabhuji. So the words are spoken by Mahaprabhu is in the rasa of the separation. Okay, first, the words will be revealed or understood only when we could able to enter in that platform or in that rasa. Many senior devotees or sannyasis, if you see pure devotees, they say that is the rasa or that is the separation. For us, we feel separation is painful. We feel that one. But that painful is that is the rasa or that is the enjoyment for pure devotees. They experience also that feeling and they preach also. Here Mahaprabhu, we should understand, Mahaprabhu, to understand the mood of his beloved Srimati Radharani, he is experiencing that feeling, he is enjoying. See, the blood is coming from the Mahaprabhu's skin pores, and he is beating his head to the walls. Sometimes in the midnight, he is leaving and going. These are external, what we are understanding. Ayo, Mahaprabhu is so much pain. Mahaprabhu, no. But Mahaprabhu is feeling ecstatic by experiencing that one. To understand little bit also, we can't, because we are not on that level. But Mahaprabhu exhibited so that not maybe today, one day, we also could able to reach that platform. One day or one birth or some day we will. Recently, I would like to share one story from His Grace Amarendra Prabhu. Amarendra Prabhu was sharing one story. Amarendra Prabhu was talking about one Mataji. He don't want to reveal the details, so there is no name mentioned. So that Mataji is very much attached to her Gauranithai deities. Maybe many of you had heard the story, but just I wanted to remind the story for our sake. That is very enlightening. Okay. So that Mataji did not get married because her love for deities may reduce. Because if she get married means she get husband and children. So her love to her Gauranithai may get diluted or maybe little bit decrease. So she is afraid. So she did not get married. She is taking care of Gauranithai, her life and soul. Whenever, if we speak to come outside or to come for anything, that Mataji says, no, my children are there at home alone, so I won't come. We may question if we won't go for programs or if we won't go for the services, then how we will purify or how we will progress. That is for us. But the Mataji who are in that level, already she crossed all those. So all the day she has, that Mataji has designed for the sake of Gauranithai, means for them cooking, for them making dresses, for them arranging the jewelry. All her day, Gauranithai is very fond of Sankirtan. So this Mataji is giving so much time for Sankirtan in front of Gauranithai. Whether many devotees are there or not, she is doing all those and making them sleep, waking them up, feeding them. And they are the sannyasis. So very carefully, this Mataji is taking care of them. So one time, one congregational devotee came to that Mataji and they asked, Mataji, you have to, I know you don't come outside or you don't attend the functions, but my children are getting married. You please come and bless them. My son is getting married. Please come and bless. So this Mataji, that Prabhu has requested, that devotee has requested in very intensely, and he is praying also from inside. So this Mataji said, you know, I can't able to attend the marriage because my children are sannyasis. So I couldn't able to attend the function, but I will pray to them to shower mercy to the children, bride and the bridegroom. I will request them. So after the day, evening after the marriage, the bride and bridegroom, they called to this Mataji and they said, Mataji, we got a dream. In the dream, Gauranithai came in this such a dress and they blessed us. We are very happy. And Gauranithai mentioned, it seems, we don't want to come, means we don't have any intention to come here, but some devotee has instructed us, so we came to attend this to give mercy. They mentioned, it seems. That's why the bride and groom, they called and they thanked to Mataji. So this Mataji immediately understand and said, I am not surprised. And the what attire they could have visited you, I know that. Immediately that Mataji sent the picture to the bride. Exactly what the bride and groom has seen, that Gauranithai, and what this Mataji decorated, exactly the same. And Prabhu was sharing, this is the feel of the pure devotee. And this Mataji is not from another age or another long ago or previous age. No, this particular time Prabhu mentioned. This story has made me so much inspired and give me a hope. Even though I am not in that level, but I am sure our devotees, our life and soul, definitely will able to reveal all these confidential factors one day. That day, surely it will come. I am very much confident. Prabhuji, this is what my understanding, Prabhuji. Even though we may not understand right now, but one day it will be revealed. Sorry,
Thank you,
Prabhuji,
Mataji.
this much I can
Thank you.
understand.
It is
Anybody wants
very
to
practical.
add?
So, can I understand that the pure souls, for them, there is no difference between separation and being in Krishna Prema. So, because they experience the pure love in separation. So, from that context, we can understand why this is mentioned, that there is no actual separation when there is pure love, because these two are non-different in that platform. Both are same. When Lord Chaitanya
Yes.
Prabhu said that a moment of separation, it is for us when we are not in actually feeling separation. There is a separation.
Yes.
We
Yes,
we
Prabhu.
must when we really feel separation, then there is no separation. Means always we are in the pure love stage. Thank you, Mataji. Thanks
Yes,
for
Prabhuji.
very nice practical session. We heard a lot of the whole focus is on introspection. That is very important. Always I tell this, like, frequently we must introspect and where we are heading. Are we in the right path? Otherwise, even after 10 years, 20 years, 30 years also, we are the same place where we started Krishna consciousness. Introspection, not only, so you told one, what is the meaning of association? This is Shravanam, Mananam, and Nididhyasa.
Yes.
Like hear from pure devotees and meditate on the instructions. Mananam, always we keep meditating on the instructions, and Nididhyasa is like a introspect and application in our practical life.
Contemplation. Yes.
We contemplation. So otherwise, generally we get stuck only in the first stage. We hear, we'll not even go to the second stage of meditating on the instructions, forget about application. That is very nice point, Mataji. This is like a kind of a homework for every one of us. I think few devotees have some questions.
Udarshana
Prabhu,
Prabhu. I
I
think.
saw your hand was raised.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Today's your class was very nice. I think Parivaj Maharaj has visited you, and this impact was there. I can feel it. Mataji, which you suggested about this shloka of Krishna. Of course, we know the Krishna Prema is rarest Krishna Prema, and when it is there, there's no separation, because they together can't exist. Because when we feel Krishna is everywhere, so that is the Krishna Prema. This is very rare in this one. Now, I have remembered one more example for this one, that when Uddhava has gone to Srimati Radha Rani in Vrindavan, Srimati Radha Rani, highest devotee, she was having separation from the Krishna. And initially, when Uddhava saw her, she started to give him her jnana. Then Radharani has explained her and shown Krishna existing with him any moment, every moment with around. So it clearly shows that when the Krishna Prema is there pure, there's no separation. Because if the separation has, there's no life for the devotee. Similarly, we can see the our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's life. He is not ready to keep his life. Every time he tries, I want to leave it, I want to leave it, I want to leave it. Until Lila, all these things we can say. Because he was momentarily separation, he don't want to feel that one. He wants to have a same thing together. So when the Krishna is there, there's an actual no separation. But because the Krishna Prema is the highest stage, we have to achieve that one. It's our journey. It takes a lot of time in that one. So that's why we are in the human society. Our human society is the path of progress. We are slowly we are progressing. And of course, we stay one day when we reach, we don't feel separation when Krishna Prema is achieved. Because that time for us, having this life, having this body does not matter. Because that time we were fully internally connected with the Krishna. That is, I think, one of the meaning can be coming a translation in this shloka. Today's your class was very nice, and I very nicely achieved that. Thank you so much for today's class, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Birgit Prabhu mentioned, my so long attending Chaitanya Charitamrita class has become fulfilled today. I cannot be describe my feeling. So Prabhu, don't stop attending from next week, because just because your purpose is fulfilled, so you continue attending and make sure that we also get fulfilled our purpose. Mataji, I think there's one question in the chat box. It's for Krishna Prabhu.
Oh,
He was asking about the third part of.
but I couldn't see, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji, for a wonderful class. Could you repeat the 3 steps to Sadhu Sangha? I could gather Shravana, Sparana of what I heard.
Same,
Please
Prabhuji.
confirm.
You have repeated, Prabhuji. You have repeated Shravana, Smarana, and Smarana or Manana.
Manana.
Yeah, Nididhyas. Third factor is Nididhyas.
So his question is, please, contemplating is the third step. If so, what clarity is expected when contemplating? That is the actual question. What we must do when contemplating.
What clarity is expected when contemplation? Okay. We will try to understand with some specific, some example. Like one class I heard from my Siksha Guru, and my Siksha Guru has told me, Mataji, you are having the caliber to preach. So if you start preaching, I will be very happy and all the Guru Parampara will be happy, he says. Okay. Then I came home, I started remembering what my Siksha Guru has given the instruction. Okay. So my Siksha Guru has given the instruction to preach. But I was feeling, how I will preach? Ammo, so many shlokas, so many speaking. By seeing people in front of me, I will get shaking, I will shivering. This is my experience. I'm not telling for example, this is true. Before, many years before, it is like that only. When I speak in front of some people, my voice will be shaky. Anybody can able to identify easily. And I feel shivering continuously, I will sweat. Then, how I will be getting all this? Then I discussed with my Siksha Guru. Oh, Prabhu, you gave this instruction, but how could I? Then my Siksha Guru has told me, Mataji, please improve your chanting, and each and every day you pray to Gauranitai. My Siksha Guru wanted me to preach. So please give me that eligibility. Please give me your mercy. Pray. Then you come to me. He said, this is my experience I am sharing. This is not example actually. Then I did some days for sake of my Siksha Guru. I thought, okay, let's see. I am hopeless. I thought, anyway, this is not going to happen. I was thinking in my mind like that only. But only the thing, for my Siksha Guru's sake, I did whatever he did told me to do, I did. Then one day, my Prabhu came and told me, you have to preach you have to start your preaching in a camp. This is many years before. Camp. Then I asked, why Prabhu camp? Because you are afraid, you are thinking you are not eligible. Na? So camp devotees means they are very simple devotees. You could able to speak in very simple language. That time, I don't know even Hindi also. I couldn't able to speak Hindi. Hindi I speak with a lot of loss. So he told, this is the beginning. You start with the camp preaching. Then I started contemplating, well, is it this possible really? I thought Prabhu could have given me cooking. Prabhu could have given me to focus on deity dressing. Why Prabhuji has told preaching? I started contemplating. Really, is this possible? Is this, the Shastras were explaining, really, one day I could able to eligible to preach, to speak in front of the devotees. Many stalwart devotees I attended. For me, speaking in front of a group, that is out of my head. I couldn't able to. But the day came finally when I went to the camp and I spoke. After I finished, I was crying. How I could able to speak. Then my Prabhu Siksha Guru mentioned, Mataji, I couldn't able to feel any single shivering in your voice. Then I was contemplating how this is possible, how this is possible. That is the possible. All miraculous things which you couldn't able to understand with your imperfect mind, imperfect senses, that happening, that is the spiritual platform. That is the mercy. Then I understood. Oh, then I started, really I am eligible? Really I am eligible? Then I started my study very seriously. Then I could able to, still I am not telling like I could able to speak or I could able to preach. But after that, I started loving preaching. And Krishna also told, I mentioned 18.68, if you want to be loved by Krishna, if you want to adhere to Krishna, that is the best platform. So I thought, okay, my Siksha Guru has given me the instruction, then I have to follow this one. Then when so many practical problems came, being a housewife, being a Mataji, simply going and preaching in the camps, that is not appropriate. Many camp people will be there. I have to keep myself also safe. Then my husband, my Prabhu and my Siksha Guru, they both helped me a lot. I have to always thankful to my Prabhu. He told, no need to picking, dropping all these and all, which wherever you want to go and preaching, he gifted me a car. So for preaching, for going any place, I am not dependent on anybody. So my Siksha Guru always he accompanied, like his own daughter. He always accompanied me. If I am going alone, he clearly warned my husband or any some other devotee. He will tell, that camp Mataji is going, you go accompany, don't leave Mataji alone. All these happened actually automatically, I can say. So this is actually for me, for the small, simple housewife, for me, it is a miracle only. It happened in my life. When you contemplate, when you do all these things, automatically the clarity comes. The clarity what you expect is what I could able to do, how much I can able to endeavor to fulfill my Siksha Guru instructions, my Diksha Guru instructions. This clarity will come when we contemplate. This is my experience, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Prabhuji, if anybody wants to add, please add, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mathuri. So, Prabhu, are you okay with the answer? I'm sure. Who's busy? So anybody else has any questions? Like everybody is mesmerized. Nothing to ask. So thank you very much, Mataji. Thanks for a wonderful class. Today was a very practical session. A lot of every week we say this, that we hear so many things, but now the time has come that really we have to implement what we speak, what we hear, and otherwise, one very good point we heard, rather I heard today, we always quote 18.66. Now we have to elevate from that consciousness of getting rid of our sins to become more dear to the Lord. Because by getting rid of our sins, we are not becoming dear to the Lord. Only by preaching, we are becoming dear to the Lord. So there's a journey from 1866 to 66 to 68. Just 2 slokas away, but it is like Yugaitam, big. So that is we need to. So that is possible only when we start really implementing this sadhu sangha. Hear, meditate, and contemplate, and apply. Contemplate and apply. That is very important. So when we implement these things, what we hear, then we move from 66 to 68. Just 2 slokas away, but the process journey becomes so smooth. Thank you so much, Mataji. Thanks for Bhaktivinoda Prabhu. You have something to say?
Nothing, Prabhuji. Just I'm telling you. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very nice this one. This classes. Wow, how to that one devotee become a pure that you have to take this class today. It's a really I was missing 2-3 classes for this Chaitanya Chardamar class, some other activities. It's a very nice, Mataji. Thank you so much for your. Thanks a lot. Thanks.
So next class will continue with Sachipravi Mataji. Mataji, verse 44, right? 40 to 43
Yes.
you covered. 44 or not.
Yes.
Mataji
Yes,
will continue from verse 44. Mataji, you can glorify Chaitanya Charitamrita and we can end the session.
श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत ग्रंथराज की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय,
जय।
अनंत कोटि वैष्णव भक्त वृंद की जय। हिताय गौर प्रेमानंद हरि